Do you think it's possible the 144,000 will live past the year 2012? At this point, I don't give a set date on anything because I've seen, when the Lord can speed up time, He can delay. And so, 2012 is the mindset of the Mayan calendars. And the Mayans were hybrids of Atlantis. They were the children from Atlantis that escaped before Atlantis was destroyed. And a lot of those natives from Atlantis making their way up from South and Central America into the Americans and being some of the Indian tribes that we have today. So we not only have Atlantis hybrids as Indian tribes, we also have real Israelite tribes that were Indian tribes here in America. So we had various different tribes of Indians, natives, here in America before it was even established as America. It's really rather quite interesting, which is why you will have some of these real Indian tribes that were real peaceful. They were just farmers. And then you just have these warrior, blood-sucking type of Indian tribes. And they could have been more part of the Atlanta hybrid race. Has the Lord revealed to you, or have you seen in the Bible codes, how the 4 watchers that are buried beneath the Euphrates river banks are going to be released? No, but Satan releases them. Satan is cast out of heaven, and he comes down with a key, and it's he who opens up the Euphrates and releases Abaddon, and Abaddon being one of his generals, and you have this huge alien invasion here on Earth coming out of the Euphrates. And folks, that has tie-in to do with this whole Eridu in Iraq, this whole gate over there in Iraq that America, the whole reason for being over there basically, besides this whole world dictatorship type thing that George Bush kick is on, that's what it has to do with, was getting control of that gate, because Saddam Hussein supposedly had archaeologists find and locate this gate, and so America wanted to own it and take control of it, being one of the reasons we had invaded Iraq. And so it has to do with the gate over there, gateway, a portal, and so it will be Satan who unleashes that. Be interesting. I haven't done an in-depth study on it now. The Lord has had me into the horsemen, for a long time now, for a while now. And it's been very interesting, and I like how he does things. He's just real slow and methodical when he teaches you something. He gives it to you in pieces and parts, so that when you learn it, you know it. Because it wasn't just something he taught you really fast and you forget half of it. He teaches it to you very slowly. And so it's been a very, very interesting learning about the 4 horsemen, maybe he'll take me to other parts in the book of Revelation. I mean, he has shown me about the alien invasions I already mentioned in Revelation, and you can read Joel chapter 2, Revelation 9, Revelation 16, Revelation chapter 6, all being alien invasions. So very interesting. We'll get into some more questions from the show. Some of you get thrown into my bulk box, so I have to check in there. I know there was one last week that a listener had sent, and just had a bunch of questions wrapped up into one email, and those can get kind of tough. Answering different questions are easier if you just get them one at a time. Some of you, some of them are tough. Some of you guys are just so scientifically know much more in scientific terms what's going on than I do. Things that make sense about the Oregon quail, yeah. Basically, folks, I'll get into this one first. Here's an interesting thought from our listener. I'm excited to be a part of the Kingdom of Yahweh, and just talks about our relationship with the Lord. Anyways, I was thinking this thought: do you think it was laser technology that Yahweh used for putting the commandments on stone? Myself, I think it could have been, being that all this new technology really is not new, it is just new to us. There's nothing new under the sun. With Yahweh, there was nothing new under the sun. She repeats that. And it seems that laser could have been used for the commandments on stone. I would like your thoughts on this. Maybe it isn't important, but the thought sure is interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. This is one of these emails I read during the week, and I thought that was really interesting. Did he use a laser weapon? I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. I know that it's lasers that are doing these crop circles all over the world, and that Satan perverts everything the Lord has. And so even if it wasn't a laser, maybe it was just his finger that had the power to carve all those words into the stone. Satan was able to mimic it with lasers. So I don't know. I don't know if he did use a laser, or Satan's just mimicking the Lord's power by lasers. So Satan mimics and imitates everything the Lord does and has, at least the best he can technologically. And so I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I kind of like the idea of him just pointing his finger at it, and you see the light coming off his fingertip, and he writes, on the stone tablet. It's carved out automatically. But I don't know. I wasn't there. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. But it's an interesting thought. You folks, technology, this stuff has existed for thousands of years. They've just brought us along in their own baby step kind of way, so that in the last days our technology increases because they're coming to Earth to rule, and they want some of their own technology here already in place, because Satan's kingdom has always been a very high technological kingdom. People don't understand it. They think he's sitting in hell being miserable and rotting and, things like that, the kind of perceptions the churches give you. And Satan lives in a magnificent planet with high technology, and his forces have this great technology. And so, you have to change your mindset, change what the church is ingrained into your brain to what the truth really is. Question from a listener: are there some who are not of the 144,000 that will still make heaven? Of course. Or if you're not in the group, are you done for? No. I mean, you have the 144,000, then you have the bride. The 144,000 are the elect. And then you have the bride that no man can count. And so, no. I mean, 144,000 is just a very, very small number of the total of the Lord's believers, those who die and make it to heaven and things like that. That's just a very small number. The 144,000 are just an elite group set apart for the Lord to do specific things, to be His warriors, to heal people, and to do His will in the last days. They're His front line. They're His small little quadrant of soldiers that He's setting aside and already using today to do things for Him. That's just a very small group of the overall number of all those who are truly His, And I have an article on that on my website. 144,000. There's actually two groups of them. And so if you're interested, you can read that at my website. Anyway, folks, I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Had a great night tonight just talking to y'all. Looking forward to another interesting week. And just getting things done for the Lord. Hopefully some of these attacks will just subside for a while. I'm just kind of like getting tired of them. Need a vacation. But that's okay, because if they're focusing on me, then they're leaving everybody else alone, and I can stand up and get work done while I can't. I'll have to sit here and just crunch my teeth and do what I can. They're so busy watching the front door, they don't see what's coming through their back. And so that's what I love about the Lord's people. He's standing up people all over the place to get work done, so they're so busy watching me, they can't watch everybody else. And that's why we're a team. That's why we're warriors, and we all serve and love the same Most High. And so next week, everybody, until next week, God bless. I love you all.